Hi guys, welcome to week 16 of our Rodney Close project. So this is the final week for this project. Everything now is, I think it's actually completely done. So what we're going to do is we're going to walk around and then pretty much discuss everything that went wrong with the property. Everything that went wrong with the project, the decisions we made and the reasons why. And then if you've got any questions, just ask in the comments and then we'll reply there. So what I'll do now is I'll jump behind the camera and actually it's going to take the front and present. All right, 1 second.
Let's do it. Afternoon, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm literally going to try and walk you through everything that we've done, all the decisions that we've made, why we made them, some of the issues that cropped up, which wasn't a lot in this project, which was really good, and just sort of talk you through another little story we've got for you towards the end. So first things first, we painted the gates. So we haven't replaced the gates here, we painted them. They're slightly darker than we would have wanted them, but it's okay, we're going to run with it. They're hard wearing, it's all good. If you step down here, so outside of the property, all we've done is, for ease of use, for what we're using it for, supported accommodation, we actually just decided that it's best to get the stone gravel down here. It means that we don't have to send a gardener out. You guys know what the back looks like, which I'll show you again. It's block paved, so this property will never need a gardener. All we need to do is just get someone to de-weed every once in a while. Have a step in. This is our front porch extension. This here is actually the original door of the property, so it's already a fire door, already fire rated, so we've just left it there to create sort of that small porch area. Now, previously this whole area here was a utility area. It had the meters in there. It wasn't really a great use of space. So what we actually originally decided was that we were going to put one shower room down here and a separate WC, alongside one shower room upstairs and a WC upstairs as well. Again, this is one of the great reasons to sort of having a good builder and a good relationship with your builder. Our builder came, had a look, and he says, if we actually increase the size here of the porch and push the porch out this way, we'll be able to get 2 shower rooms in and we'll be able to have an ensuite upstairs. So what we've got is we've got 2 full shower rooms and we've got 1 ensuite. So we've got 5 people sharing the 2 shower rooms, and we've got obviously 1 person using an ensuite. So if you step into here, as you can see, so this area here that I'm actually standing in, this is the extension. So you can see what we've put into the extension, and you've obviously got the shower cubicle there. We've gone with just standard white painted walls as normal, and we're using the aqua board. So the aqua boards are really nice, really easy to clean, really easy to install. You don't have to get a tiler in, so it just makes sense for us now. Going forward, that's what we're going to be using most of the time, the aqua boards. Step into the second shower room. So you can see the second shower room again. Cookie cutter approach for us. Everything is fairly standard now. The builder and the build team, they understand what we actually want from our finished product. Myself and two, we understand exactly what we want. So it means that when it comes to the sort of design and the installation, we don't have to worry too much about the design. As long as we give our build team what we want, a lot of the time they come up with the solutions for us, which is really good for us and really good for our investors. So what I will do now is this little area here, we're just going to put our shoe rack. We're going to keep our hoover under here, iron board and iron, and you can see our broadband has been installed out here. What we do, if there are any connectivity issues, is we just put one of those extended routers upstairs, just plug it in, make sure everybody's got sort of full Wi-Fi. Step into our kitchen diner. Let's pan around and have a little look in here. So, really nice, really good space, kitchen diner. This was previously the lounge. So we always knew we were going to turn this room. Actually, no, we didn't. It's a lie. Initially, we were going to put the kitchen diner in the bedroom next door and utilize some of the space from the utility room. What we actually done was moved it into this area because it was a much better use of the space. In this area, we would have had, if we used it as a bedroom, we would have had to put ensuite in here because it's that large. But as you can see, show you here, boilers installed here. our washer dryer. We have got, every tenant will have their own cupboard space. So there's plenty of cupboard space for our tenants. We've obviously got the 2 fridge freezers here that we're using. Spotlights, fire alarm, pretty much the standard stuff here. You know, for us, we like to give our builder a little bit of free rein on some things also. So again, our builder understands the type of quality that we need. So we're not too bothered really where the stuff comes from. This has actually come from Howdens. A little funny story for you guys. You would have seen on a video maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago when the kitchen units were newly installed. I actually thought it was a teal colour. My mistake. I've come to find it was actually the plastic covering that actually made these grey units look teal. But it gave us an idea. On our next project, we know we want to go with the teal because we feel like the teal bounces well with the grey colour. So yeah, it was a bit.
I think that's going to be on point now. I think that's going to be the next trend, sort of the blue.
Yeah, the blue teal.
Dark, sort of approach, and the white. So that's quite a happy accident, really.
Yeah.
But it just goes to show, it's good to have to work with a builder or a build team that understands what we're looking for and just leave them to it.
Yeah,
exactly. So not to micromanage.
So let's have a little look outside. So it was always in our plan to replace the gates. Because the fencing was poor, it was of poor quality.
Yeah.
So
it was a good decision in the end.
Yeah, 100%. 100%, a really good decision.
Yeah.
Now, what actually happened is we replaced all the fencing, looked really nice, but we had the old slabs down. It was something that we didn't consider initially. What we actually thought we were going to do was just de-weed the slabs, tidy them up, give it a bit of a jet wash and go along. Our builder suggested we put some new slabs down. After sort of inspecting it and looking at it, it made sense for us to put new slabs down. We've got, a brand new property. There's a, fairly significant spend on getting the property up to what we want it to be. It really would have let it down if we left this area as it was. Another reason why we decided to do it also is that there's sort of a large car park that serves this community just over here. So we envisage that some of our tenants will sort of use this as the main entrance into the property. And again, you don't really want a really poor impression when you first walk through into the property. Other than that, if you want to show them a little bit of the brickwork on here too. All good. What we've actually done out here is we've just cleaned out the guttering slightly. It wasn't in too bad a condition. And what we actually done is just clean up on that white fascia there, so you can actually see it in comparison to the store that cleaned it. So what I'll do now is I'll walk you through all of the bedrooms. We quickly blast into them and I'll spend more time in the ensuite bedroom. But let me just draw your attention to some of the smaller things here, like door stops. Now, our builder knows as standard that we want door stops in every room. Reason being, you've got these pretty heavy duty door closers there. Now you don't want those banging into the wall. We've got freshly plastered walls here, freshly painted. It only takes a couple of knocks and you see damage there, which is not what we want. So I will start in bedroom 2. So this property is going to be used for supported accommodation. So what we do in order to furnish it as standard is a single bed, chest of drawers, bedside table and a wardrobe. So it's a fairly basic room, but it's got all the amenities that any tenant would need, whether they're professional or whether they're supported accommodation. Now, one of our plug sockets in the room is actually over here, is a USB socket. So we always put one of those per room. So again, fairly standard in this room. The whole property had fresh plumbing, brand new plumbing, and fresh rewiring. So everything in this property is brand new.
Yeah, I mean, what we go for is like a blank canvas approach. But just make sure the quality of the works is of a really high standard. Yeah. And then once we've got high quality canvas, we just mix and match. Decide what to do with it afterwards, and it gives us a lot of options as well, especially with maintenance.
Exactly. I'll take you into room 1.
So this was originally
This was originally the kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the actual kitchen units ran up this length of the wall, and then there was a door and window exit into the back garden. Again, because of the size of it, we were originally going to put the kitchen units along here and go into that utility area, but it made sense for us to make use of the utility area by putting our 2 shower rooms in and using this as a bedroom. Now, in comparison to what we would normally put in a professional HMO, there's not much difference. A lot of people ask us what's the difference between how we finish our professional HMOs and how we finish a supported accommodation, and there's not much difference. Ultimately, for us, the end product is the end product, and we want a high quality regardless of who the tenant's going to be. The only difference really is if it was a professional let, we probably would have put a couple of pictures on the wall, and we generally like to put a mirror in the wall as well. But again, for us going down the supported route, what we're looking at is the less breakages that can happen, the better for the management, for the tenants also. As standard, hooks on the back of each door. This is so tenants haven't got the sort of urge maybe to knock holes into the walls. Again, freshly plastered, freshly painted. They've got places where they can hang dressing gowns, outside coats, towels, etc. Right, let's have a walk upstairs. So you can see our emergency lighting and our PIR lighting throughout the property.
Anything stuff that went wrong?
Yes, so let's step into this room and I'll start talking about some of the things that actually went wrong. So this is room number 3. As you can see, fairly large room, looks exactly the same as the other rooms. Now, one of the only sort of few issues I had with this property was with building control. Originally, we obviously stripped the whole roof, the inside of the roof. So we stripped it all. We have insulated it, and the building inspector came around and he thought that the insulation wasn't sufficient. So what it meant was, me as project management, I had to sort of go away, do quite a bit of research because it was something new for me. So I had to read through lots and lots of pages of building regs to actually figure out that what we were using was actually sufficient. So it was a small issue. We got over it within maybe a couple of days, but this has been a fairly sort of easy build for us. Again, the builder knows exactly what we want, so it means that we haven't got too many issues, and we won't deal with too many issues in something like this.
I mean, we had a lot at the start of the relationship, but that's mostly to do with communication, telling them exactly what we want. After you've done like 4 or 5, there's a good relationship there and there's good communication as well. I think this one took a bit longer.
Yeah, it took a little bit longer. Obviously due to COVID, we had a few delays there. But yeah, we're probably only two, maybe 3 weeks maximum behind schedule, but we're happy with it. Part of it also was from us and from the investment team. They did want a couple of changes throughout the build, which our builder obviously had to absorb, but it's all good. We're not too far off. What I'll do, quickly show you the last 3 rooms. So room number 4. Again, now, we've got single beds in all the rooms, and that's because that's what our supported accommodation provider actually wants for their tenants. But they are all double rooms, so all the rooms in this property measure over 10 meters squared, which is really good. So, can have a little look at the back there, so you can see where the parking area is. We can see our garden area. But yeah, other than that, no real big issues in this property. So I'll take you through the last couple of rooms. So I'll take you into this room first, room 6. Again, straightforward, quite a big room. This is actually the biggest room in the property. You can see our USB sockets there. Now, you would remember back to the first video where I speak about positioning of electronics, and our bed probably should be over there actually. We'll quickly show you our wardrobe. So we've made use of the existing space for a wardrobe. What we've done is painted it, cleaned it up, and put some new door handles on. And finally, the largest room with ensuite. So again, this is where the original bathroom was. We've changed it into an ensuite, but that's about it. So this is the property.
Cool, hopefully that's been helpful, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.